November 23rd, 1991. Freddie Mercury releases a statement to the world. I have been tested HIV positive and have AIDS. Less than 24 hours later, he was gone. But that's not where this story begins, because Freddie Mercury was never real. His real name, Farouk Bulsara. A name the world never learned to say, a boy the world never noticed. Long before the world knew him as Freddie Mercury, he grew up far from the stages he would one day stand on, between cultures, never fully belonging anywhere. In school, he was different. Not loud enough, not confident enough, not enough. And somewhere along the way, he understood something most people never do. The world doesn't accept who you are. It accepts who you show it. So he made a choice. If the world wouldn't accept him, he would become someone it couldn't ignore. And that's when Farouk Bulsara began to disappear, and someone else stepped forward. His name was Freddie Mercury. He chose it, not given, not inherited. He left Zanzibar at 17, arrived in England with almost nothing, a suitcase, an accent that stood out, and a face he tried to hide. He wasn't the one people noticed. He was the one noticing everyone else. He paid attention to what made people pause, what pulled them in, what kept them there. And then there was music. Not a plan, not a career, just a place he didn't feel out of place. He started watching performers, how they held a room, how they made people stop. And slowly, he understood. The stage doesn't care where you came from. It only cares what you bring to it. So he brought everything. The years of being unseen and years of feeling invisible. And then, when he stepped on stage, something shifted. The hesitation faded, the doubt faded, and for the first time, he didn't feel invisible. People stopped talking, heads turned, and for the first time, they stayed. And one day, 76,000 people were screaming it back at him. But the stage only showed one side. Offstage, Farouk was still there, quieter, just himself. There was one person who saw all of it. Her name was Mary Austin, not a lover, not a fan, just someone he could be himself with. He once said, "All my lovers ask me why they can't replace Mary. It's because she's my common ground, my only real friend." Think about that. The man the world called larger than life had one person he could be small with. By the mid-1980s, something was changing. He knew something wasn't right, but he said nothing. He didn't tell the band, didn't tell the press. And then he went back into the studio. He kept working, even when his body didn't keep up, because that's who Farouk Bulsara was, underneath all of it. He was losing weight no one could explain. There is a song, you've heard it. Most people don't know he recorded it while he could barely stand. Can anybody find me? Somebody to love. He wasn't singing to an audience. He was singing to himself. The boy who never fit anywhere, still looking, even at the end. November 23rd, 1991. For years, he had protected something the world kept asking for. Not out of shame, out of control. Because Farouk Bulsara grew up in a world that kept taking things from him, his country, his identity, and his sense of belonging. So he learned something early. If the world can take everything from you, you choose what it never gets. So this time, He didn't wait. He didn't react. He chose the moment, the words, the day. And when the statement was released, it didn't feel like an admission. It felt deliberate. Not a confession, a conclusion, a final act of authorship. He wrote his own ending, the same way he wrote everything else on his own terms. Less than 24 hours later, he was gone. Now sit with this. Farouk Bulsara was told by the world, by circumstance, by silence, that he didn't belong. And instead of shrinking, he expanded. He didn't wait to be accepted. He didn't ask for space. He created a version of himself so undeniable, the world had no choice but to turn and look. The boy with the wrong teeth, the wrong name, the wrong country, the wrong everything, became the man who stood in front of 72,000 people and made every single one of them feel like they belonged. That's not a music story. That's a blueprint. You don't have to be Freddie Mercury, but somewhere inside you, there is a version of you you've kept hidden, a name you haven't said out loud, a stage you haven't stepped onto. Farouk Bulsara had every reason to stay invisible. He chose otherwise. So now, what are you choosing? Because if you are not following the Imaginarium, you'll probably never see us again. And if you are, congratulations. You're growing every day.